Hello, my friends on YouTube. I hope the sound is better this time. I'm trying my best. I'm sorry if I bothered any of you. Okay, today is Sunday, the 27th of July 2025, and the video of today is: Was the Prophet, of course, the Prophet of Allah, insane? I'm actually doing this video because many people, especially in the Arabic video, they accuse me that I lie. I don't lie. I'm not lying. Uh, and probably if the Prophet of Allah was not insane, the other option, it will have to be he was lying when he was alive. Okay, let's see. This you don't go to your next door neighbor or a friend of yours working in the same place and you accuse him or her of being insane. That person has to have done something extraordinarily abnormal or strange, to the point that not just one person, the whole village or the whole town tells him, "You're insane." To a point, if this Quran is the holy word of God, God is defending him that he is not insane. That by itself is insane. Anyway, let's see. The Prophet of Allah, may the blessing of Allah be upon him, he, at certain point in his life when he was 40 years old, he claims, a claim, I could claim that I'm a billionaire. What does that mean? Am I really a billionaire? I claim to be the smartest man on earth. I'm claiming that. Is that the truth? Not necessarily. Okay, so the Prophet of Allah, he, at the age of 40, after being married to his wife Khadija for 15 years, he was praying or meditating or what have you in a cave somewhere in Arabia, in Mecca. Over there, he was met by an angel, as he claimed. The thing is, he got very scared, and this angel is kind of stupid, because if you are an angel, you are supposed, according to the stories, you are supposed to know whether the person in front of you is illiterate or he has a PhD. Nonetheless, this angel took the Prophet of Allah by the scruff of his neck, grabbed him, shook him hard, and he told him to read. And we don't know, did he have a book for him to read? Did he have a photocopy of something? Did he have few lines? What do you want him to read? And why do you press him if you're an angel? Why do you press him to read if he is illiterate? And you're supposed to know that as an angel. And you keep pressing him once, twice, thrice to read. It's a bit stupid if you think about it carefully. It's like if I come to a person and take him by the scruff of his neck and he's very poor, and I tell him, "Give me $1 million." Even if I shake him up and down, if he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. He can give it to me. The same thing here. Read. I don't read. Read. I don't read 3 times, and keeps shaking him. The thing is, while this is happening, the Prophet of Allah thought this was a genie, not an angel, a genie. And he went running down from the mountain, from the cave, to his wife Khadija, asking her to go to bed, and he was so scared, and he asked her to cover him. And he told her that the jinn or the genies have touched me. I became the word in Arabic, which is the language that it is used, and this is actually registered in the Quran, that people accused him that he was insane. The word majnoon is derived from the word genie, jinn. Majnoon from jinn. So the genie or the jinn took control of him when he was in the cave, and therefore he became touched by the genie. He became majnoon, means he became insane. That was his idea first. Now, look at Khadija at this time. She was about 55 years old woman. She was divorced once. She became a widow once. And she married the Prophet of Allah when she was 40. Now he seems to be like she is losing him too. At the age of 55, practically, she will have to stay single for the rest of her life, because no one will want a woman at this age back then. Too old. And as an independent, strong woman, no one will want her. Muhammad accepted her because she was providing for him a good life. He was, if you know, when in the culture of Arabia or the Muslim culture, or all, even Christian in the Middle East, it is shameful if a woman takes care of a man, of her husband, pays for him, for his pocket money, food, accommodation, everything. It is very shameful, and it causes stress. And probably he had a lot of stress from that situation for 15 years. And even before that, because he was working as one of the kids. Practically, in Egypt, we call the workers like this person kids. Even he could be 50 years old. Get one of the kids to do this. Get one of the kids to do that. So it's not because he was 25, he was a respected person. No, not necessarily. He was one of her kids working for her. And then when it didn't seem like somebody's interested in her at the age of 40, she said, this guy, I'm sure he's still young and he has some mileage in him. Let me take him. I pay him, I feed him, and he is a good worker. Let me use him. And he found out also that would be a good deal for him, from a nobody to the husband of the lady. So you could say that going to pray in that cave and meditate, maybe it was a way out from the stressful situation that he had to live in Khadija's home. And from my own experience, I have seen people, when the mental stress becomes so great, people actually literally lose their mind if they cannot handle the stress. And they start say and do strange things, and they see strange things. So when the Prophet of Allah says, first he said, the genie touched me, and then Khadija was afraid that she may lose him. She and her cousin was a Christian monk or priest or what have you. She told her cousin, I'm going to lose this guy also, and then there will be no hope for me. Help him. So this priest, her cousin, told him, no, this is the same revelation that it was sent to Moses. You are a prophet. That was not a jinn or genie, that was an angel. So they convinced him that was an angel. they put it in his head first. I think he ran up with the story himself and he started to add to it. The thing is, the strangest thing says, first, how did you know that this guy is an angel or a genie? Did he have any identification? In the beginning, the Prophet said he was a genie. Did he show you an identification card or a passport to show that he's a genie or an angel? Furthermore, he said he had 600 wings. Now, you're so scared and this guy is shoving you and taking you by the scruff of your neck, and you're so scared, you're peeing and pooing in your pants, if you had one, and he managed to count that this genie or this angel had 600 wings. It beats me. And the people believe it. Okay, believe whatever you want. The thing is, from that fear of the situation, whether it was mental or whatever it was, he ran down so fast to his wife. He went to bed and he asked her to cover him of fear of the situation that it happened to him. And with that, she got so scared and she had to find a way out for him. So if she had lost that person, there would be no hope for her. Another situation that he actually, in the middle of the night, first, nobody have seen that angel or that genie. Only his own claim is like when I claim that I'm a billionaire. Everybody's supposed to believe me. And then he, after that, was taken from Arabia to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. That mosque that you see, the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. Even that mosque did not exist back then, because this mosque was built at the time of Omar, the second caliphate. After Omar, the second caliphate invaded Israel. That mosque was built. And he claims that he went to that mosque even before it was built. And once again, nobody saw him going from one place to another, and he claims that the Allah sent him a type of animal with wing, like a horse. They say it's larger than the donkey and smaller than the horse, and this with wings, with two wings. This is the vehicle of the prophets and the messengers of Allah. So Allah sent him the same angel, Gabriel, and he wasn't afraid of him this time, with this animal, if you want to call him animal. It's a Greek mythology, but probably went into his head. And he took that animal. They flew from Earth from Arabia to Jerusalem. And there's a Quranic verse about it. Did anyone see? No. And people are accusing you of lying and you're crazy. Okay. Why, when this animal came to carry you with Gabriel, why didn't you take around Arabia, like the people whom you hated the most? Hey, knock on their door. You see my horse? You see my Pegasus or whatever this is? The Allah sent me that. He claims that this animal came with the angel and flew to Jerusalem. Furthermore, he claimed that he went to the highest heaven with the same Gabriel, the same angel, and he passed by all the prophets and all the the messengers of Allah, and he led them in prayer in heaven, and he met with the Allah personally. Now, did anyone see that? No, he claims. And because he claims, I'm supposed to believe it. All Muslims supposed to believe it. Non-Muslims supposed to believe it. How? So this is either craziness or he was lying. Furthermore, he talked to the dead. You know what? In my life, I went many funerals to say goodbye to people I knew in my life, and they passed away. And you know what? Sometimes, if the person is really dear to me, as they are putting him underground, I tell him, rest in peace. I'm talking to that dead person. That does not mean he can hear me or he's talking back to me. So he talked to the dead, and then what does that mean? Did they talk back to him? No. But he claims, of course, that he understood what they said. He knows what the dead are saying. So we are supposed to believe that. This is one of two. Either he was crazy, as the Quran says, you are not insane. The Quran is trying to tell him, I think he knew that he was crazy, so he had to kind of like justify what's happening, that I'm not crazy. I really hear these voices and I really have these experiences. But this is the situation with all these people who are mentally disturbed. They think reality and fantasy is the same. I can't remember, I watched a movie of a mathematician when he was in college. He was from New Jersey. He and his wife, about 5 years ago, I heard that they were killed in a car accident. He was a very smart mathematician, but I forgot his name. I'm sorry, memory is not so good now. Anyway, I think it was the movie was called Beautiful Mind. I think that was the movie. And the mathematician, when he was in college, he was similar. He used to see things, and after he received medical attention, at certain point, he would ask his students, if a new student come or a person coming to him that he never met before, talking to him, he will ask his student, do you hear this person? Is he real? Because he couldn't discern between what's real and what is not. But now, this person, he was of that age. There is medical attention. There is medicine to help. Nonetheless, at the time of Arabia, 1400 years ago, you are Majnoon. It means the genie touched you, there is no hope for you, you are gone. And I think this was the situation with the Prophet of Allah. He couldn't discern between reality and fantasy. Therefore, he can claim that an angel came to him and he told him to read. He flew from one place to another. He did all these extraordinary things, maybe because of feeling inferior, because many people probably told him. I'm not sure, probably told him. Moses split the Red Sea, Jesus walked on water. Why don't you do something so that we can believe you? And they said that, the people of Arabia to him, and because he was unable to do any of that, I'm not saying that this happened, but probably he believed this happened and he had to come up with something to make them believe. So he claimed all that nonsense, but without any evidence. So people told him, "You are insane. You are out of your mind. You are gone." One more thing he claimed is that he split the moon. One night, he split the moon. You know, when the moon gets closer to Earth, the tide of the sea goes higher. To split the moon, that will spill disaster on, not just on Earth, on the whole solar system. A lot of changes will happen. Probably a lot of, I don't know, I'm not sure what will exactly happen, but if the moon gets when the moon is closer to Earth, the tide of the sea gets higher. Imagine if it's split. I don't know what would happen. He claimed that too, and we are supposed to believe him. Nobody saw the moon got split. It's just a claim. And this is a funny one. And nobody saw it either. Only him. He commanded a tree to uproot itself from the ground. Go move to another place and dig its own root to the ground in the new place. Did anyone see that? No. Only a claim. And we are supposed to believe it. This is insane. This is literally insane. And the translation of the Quran, when you read it, it tries to say that the Prophet of Allah is not insane. It's like you people have some problem, difficulty understanding him. He is not insane. So nobody's seen any of these extraordinary things. But we saw him doing and talking about how to clean your behind with 3 rocks, how to have sex with a 9 years old, how to, when it's right to sleep with the captive women. This we saw, they saw that. For example, when he took the Jewish young lady Safiya bint Huyay on his way back, he ordered his followers to erect a tent, and he had sexual relationship with her. In the same night, he murdered her brother, her husband, all of the men of her families, her family, her uncles, everyone. So that is the Prophet of Allah. You decide. I don't lie. Either he was lying or he was insane. Thank you very much. Please comment, share, and subscribe.